Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Owls offense will go on the attack first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over. He got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often. They hit him early. They got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the tight end. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. Takes it on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Michigan's offense will have its first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
Now, he was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a... point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
And that's a good sight to see from this defense. Last week, they gave up a ton of points in a loss. This week, get a deflection early. Hopefully see the ball a little bit better, play the passing game better. This defense definitely has to improve from what it was a week ago. And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Here's the pressure. Headed to the end zone, and he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Wolverines! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Michigan 7, Rice.
kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Rice rushes to the line.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got it. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So here comes the Michigan offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Oh, they're after him. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted to stop the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's the problem when you get in 2nd and 4 effort. The defense knows they make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Tate. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Off play action. That's caught. It's Rodgers. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Rice rushes to the line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he
breaks into the open. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Rice hoping to cash one in from the red zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Touchdown, Rice. Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Power football with the run. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense. Getting it.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. Hold. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Caught in the backfield. It's Vick. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Gets the back moving. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Wolverines looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Makes the grab, and he will score. Rush again. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pressure coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense.
There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Rice rushes to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. The 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
You knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game, he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Owls are on the move. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Rice going to work with another first and 10.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback, and he gets loose.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime.
Ready,
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
You know, they say football is a game of inches, and on that last play, that easily could have been an interception and a huge play for the defense, yet somehow, after the deflection, the offense is able to make the catch, and looky, this drive is still going.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Louisville may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from L&N Stadium every time. The Cards have been racking up road wins since the Lee Corso days, and they'll get another one today.
He lets one fly deep. He's got it for a big play.
Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Rushes on him. He makes the catch. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Mark. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. The official says no good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half.
Set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in this.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play, 1st and 10 from their own 49. Plucks it out of the air. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
He ends up getting tackled.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the right. All by himself. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Makes the grab on the left. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've read.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Secures it at the 30. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. To the air, it's Underwood. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to sling it on second down. Looking to take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the beatdown has ensued.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
Looking to fire. Fires downfield. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Snags it on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Owls come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll go to the sneak. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown Owls. A great catch and run for 6.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So here comes the Michigan offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Michigan. And the route is on.
Man, what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma State will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Justin Blackmon was a 2-time All-American, they know this game is not over. They're trailing by 11 to Alabama. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. It's complete to the left. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
The Wolverines have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Catch in the middle, it's Marsh. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He's got it on the run. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Smith takes the handoff. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. It's complete.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They will score! Touchdown, Michigan! With that in the lead, nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Got a man. It's Vick. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He's got him. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the...
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6-time tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to pass, it's Underwood. He wants to go deep. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverines. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Breaks into the open. Drills him with the stiff arm. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And the Owls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Give to the running back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield on first down. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Oh, what a cut! And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. He's taking a deep shot. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The handoff keep working on that clock. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got the first down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
The ball carrier is the running back. Gain of 4. Brings up second down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Grab near the marker, it's Marsh. Turning on the Jets. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability